So good evening, everyone. Firstly, I formally extend a very warm welcome to IIM Ahmedabad to all the new PGP ones. I hope the campus has been kind to you over the past few days and the rains have been as well. So to get started with the ceremony, our alumni have been a constant source of pride for us as the institute goes on and expanding in its years of tenure. We are gathered here today to honor and award our alumni who have illustrated great accomplishments over their careers, even among the relatively shorter periods of time. Thank you to all students, faculty, alumni, awardees, and their families in attendance today, as we get to felicitate our awardees of the 2025's Young Alumni Achiever Awards. To start off with the ceremony, I would like to call upon the Dean Alumni and External Relations, Professor Sunil Maheshwari, to say a few words.
Good evening and welcome to all of you. Congratulations, the incoming batch PGP 25-27. Congratulations, the award winners. All of you are here. I'll share a few thoughts today. One for the incoming batch and a bit of what we learned from the award winners. There are a few things I've been thinking about management education, not just in India, perhaps globally. And based on my observations, based on my research, based on my review of literature, I find that what we learn in business school is not enough. I think there are many more things that needs to be captured, and I think you are starting your education in this premier institution. Take a note of that. And to do that, I borrow from Bhagavad Gita, shlok number 8 to 12 of chapter 13, where Lord Krishna says, what is true knowledge? You are here to gain knowledge, but you should know what is true knowledge and what is superficial knowledge. And here he talks about what is true knowledge. Without going into the shloka, 5 shlokas, let me give you directly the translation. Most of you may not understand Sanskrit. He says humbleness, freedom from hypocrisy, non-violence, forgiveness, simplicity, cleanliness of body and mind, steadfastness, self-control, absence of egoism, keeping in mind the evil of birth, disease, and so on, absence of clinging to anything, even-mindedness, constant and exclusive devotion towards your prime objective, inclination for solitary place, aversion for mundane society, societal achievements, consistency in spiritual knowledge, and philosophical pursuit of absolute knowledge. This is the true knowledge. Rest all he says, and he says, I declare the rest as ignorance. My fear is you will be taught a whole lot of things. One observation is that our PGPs, when they graduate, instead of humility, many of them develop arrogance that I'm the best. Yes, the time will tell, you will get enough recognition, but remain humble and humility. Truthfulness, non-violence, don't hurt anybody, including yourself. I find here the students hurt themselves a lot. So when I say non-violence, not only to others, for yourself, be non-violent, don't hurt yourself. Make sure that by mind and by your action, never you are denigrating yourself and others. And I think that's very, very important. Here in this course, so competitive, both in the class and outside the class, whether it's a case discussion or placement, there are going to be enough triggers to curse yourself and others. Please do not do that. That's a violence, and be non-violent to yourself and to others. And if some mistake happens, forgive yourself and forgive others. And I think these are something very, very important. I request that you go back, read these few shlokas, 8 to 12 of chapter 13. Try to reflect on this. My fear is that management education world over teaches just the opposite of that. And that is where we get into a whole lot of situations which are full of pain and agony. Don't let it happen. Apart from your technical education, whether finance, marketing, HR, you are going to be an environment which is very competitive, but that competitive environment should not let you be deprived of these dimensions of knowledge, which Lord Krishna says is actually the true knowledge, rest all is ignorance. I would like to share with you another shloka, and I think that's very important. You are in first year. I share it with most of the time with the students. This is chapter 6, shlok number 17, where Lord Krishna says that how to live your life. Yukt ahar viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmashu, yukta swapnav bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkhada. Lord Krishna says that in life, maintain the balance of 4 things. Yukta ahar viharasya, proper food. Make sure that while you are running around for your assignments, for your class, for case reading and all, but in the process, you are not missing your breakfast, you are not missing your lunch, you are not missing your dinner, and avoid junk food. That's not going to be very helpful. Yukt ahar, proper food and timely food. Lord Krishna says, this is in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, the second thing is viharasya, means proper recreation. Make sure that you have wonderful gym, wonderful sports facilities. We have badminton club, we have tennis club and whatnot. We have everything here. Make sure that you participate at least in one of these sports activity and you have recreation. That will keep you fresh. Third, he says, yukta chestasya karmashu, proper effort in your pursuit. And here you are in the pursuit of studies. Make sure that in the process your studies are not compromised at any cost. So make sure that you are putting enough effort. And finally he says, yukta swapnav bodhasya, proper sleep. Make sure that you sleep at least 7 to 8 hours every day. So proper balance between food, recreation, your studies and sleep is going to be very important, and make sure this happens. This place is notorious for taking away your sleep, for taking away many, food is a big challenge many a times, I can tell you, but don't let it happen to you. I think this is going to be very, very important, and make it a habit from day one. You're starting your PGP program today, so make it happen actually, so that 2 years you have pleasant life, there will be no problem at all. दुखदा योगो भवति दुखदा, ऐसे लोगों को कभी दुख नहीं होता. They never get into any problem. I also am very happy that our young alumni are getting their award, Young Alumni Achiever Award. This is wonderful, and congratulations to all of them. But many times I wonder, should I be respected for my achievement, or should I be respected for what I give? And I think that's very, very fundamental. I have achieved so much, yes, and we respect you, but I must invite you next time in the institute, and I expect that all of you will have that invitation in your career, when I invite you not as a Young Alumni Achiever Award, but a Distinguished Alumni Leadership Award. And that would be a wonderful day. Make yourself from an achiever to a great leader. And I would say, though there are a number of studies, but I say only one thing, which I think is very, very important. You can achieve even without being a leader. But a leader will definitely achieve. It's a subset. A leader will definitely achieve, but you can achieve even without being a leader, and I think that's fundamental. And I always say that's where graduate yourself from being a boss to a leader. Many of you may be already leaders, but graduate from being a boss to a leader. And the difference is, boss lives in the mind of subordinates. Boss lives in the mind of subordinate. Find whether you are right now in the mind of your subordinates, or you have found a place in the heart of your followers. That's what leadership is all about. Find a place in the heart of your followers. Are the people who are working for you, have they become your followers? And if you find the place in their heart, the day you achieve that, the outcome will be automatic, and you will graduate from achiever to leader. And I look forward to that day, and I wish that day comes very soon, where I invite you on this dais to be recognized as distinguished alumni leaders. Thank you very much. Welcome once again and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom, appreciation, and I think just pure knowledge for, especially for PGB ones. A lot of things are coming your way. Great to heed to sir's words and follow through. Next, I would like to invite the esteemed director, sir, Professor Bharat Bhaskar, to address the audience and say a few words. Please, sir.
First of all, let me congratulate the Young Alumni Award winners. Like you, few years ago, they were all here on a journey of transformation, also exploring the possibilities. Because when you are here for 2 years, not only what you will get from your professors, from your peers, but also you'll be exploring what are the possibilities. You'll also be discovering yourself. And actually you'll find those who are able to discover themselves, not whatever is being taught in the classroom, but what matches with their wavelength, their desires, their goals, and ultimately the purpose for which they are here. They are the one who ultimately show up on this kind of a desk where we honor them with a Young Alumni Achievers Award. So while you are discovering yourself, you have to figure out, you have to learn few things and few characteristics. One, of course, Professor Maheshwari talked about the difference between boss and leadership, that you need to discover your own journey of leadership, your own path towards the leadership. But more important than that is that you discover the purpose which resonates with you. Within your hearts, you find that it's not that I'm trying to succeed so I'll make more money. Or if I do this startup and everybody else is doing a startup, so I will be able to sell it off and dispose it off in few months, few years, and I will be rich. That should not be the purpose. Those are your goals which should be aligning with your purpose. Do you look to be the leader in a financial world? Or do you look to be leader in a corporate world? Or do you look to be yourself to become a leader and helping the society at large, or be in some kind of a social sector? So you have to discover the purpose which resonates in your heart, because the moment you discover the purpose, your own purpose, the journey becomes much easier. When he talked about the success and failures and being harsh on yourself and torturing yourself, you begin to do that because you always focus on goals, and when you don't achieve the goal, you become harsher on yourself. If you work towards the purpose, many of these goals, the purpose will be achieved by establishing multiple goals, and some goals will succeed and some goals will fail. All that journey will be enjoyable journey, because you will still be learning that I am going towards and trying to attain the purpose of mine. Other than that, remember, competition is not the spirit of the day, or it has never been a spirit. People who have succeeded when they have collaborated with each other. So forget this competitive spirit. I know many of you are 99.x percentilers, and you have always competed that nothing which I should do wrong in my test paper or a CAT exam, or you're toppers in your gold medalist, etc., in your various colleges, degree programs, etc., and so on. And there was that spirit of competition that I should not lose even 1 mark. You should put that all to rest and think about how do I grow in my journey by collaborating with more and more people. Because life is about not taking the journey alone and reaching somewhere, but going along with the people and reaching somewhere where you have people with whom you can enjoy, rather than being there at the top of the pyramid alone and nobody to appreciate your journey and nobody with whom you can share your joys and grief. So take that kind of a journey. The last thing I would say, because today is the day of our young alumni, so I'll not take more of your time, and I'll not talk you greater more, in a great detail about the ethical journey, but I would still emphasize and underline that this journey which you take, the success is going to be great only if you have done it ethically. So follow the principle of integrity and follow the path of ethical journey, and that success will be a great success. Otherwise, that success I do not want to cite. Many in the corporate world have succeeded in the terms of financially achieving it, but have failed ethically, and society does not respect such people. So people who show up on our dais are the ones who have completed their journey, or they are in path of that journey with complete set of integrity and ethical, moral principles along with them. With this, I'll congratulate my young alumni as well as you who have joined our IIMA Ahmedabad in the transformative journey to be part of each other. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the message on integrity in leadership and what to actually look at when you're making your way through success. Next, as we move on with the ceremony, I would like to call both Director AER, sir, and Dean, sir, to the front of the stage so we can felicitate and give out the awards. Please, sir. We'll be starting off with the corporate leadership category, within which we have 5 awardees. I would like to first call upon Mr. Hemant Mundra, PGP batch of 2014, Managing Director at Warburg Pincus. Mr. Mundra holds 11 plus years of experience in private equity and a focus on financial services. He's a board member of several companies, including Avance, Vistar, True Home, and Parkins Packaging, and he was also the gold medalist in his time at IIMA Ahmedabad. Thank you, sir. Next, we would like to call upon Mr. Saurabh Chandra, EPGP batch of 2020, a partner and FS domestic consulting leader at EY. He is an ex-entrepreneur and a prior leader with BCG, JPMC, Visa, Amazon, and more. He holds 8 patents and trade secrets, has authored 2 books and 5 research papers. He's also been an independent advisor and board member to multiple companies and non-profit bodies. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Rohan Suri, PGP class of 2010, and the Managing Director at KKR & Company. A dynamic leader with 15 plus years of experience across private equity and management consulting, he has led or co-led $6 billion worth of investment in companies across various sectors. He serves on a board of directors of Infinx, Vinny Cosmetics, Incred Finance, and many more. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Sudipto Sanigrahi, PGP class of 2016, the Managing Director at Z47. He is among the youngest managing directors across top Indian PE and VC funds at one of India's leading VC firms with $3 billion in assets under management. He founded India's largest B2B and deep tech conference, and he publishes the annual Digitizing Make in India report. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to invite upon Mr. Ashish Lakhotia, EEP class of 2018, and the CEO of Fertilizer and Agri Inputs, ETG Input Holdco Limited. Mr. Lokhotia leads 1,600 employees with a turnover of $1.5 billion, impacting 20 million plus farmers in Africa. He's a winner of the Golden Frame Award for Agribusiness Leader of the Year in 2023. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Ramya Kumar Bhatt, Deputy Commissioner of the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, EPGP class of 2022. As Deputy Commissioner at AMC, he has spearheaded landmark initiatives like the Sabarmati Riverfront Development and Smart City Ahmedabad Development Limited. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to call upon Ms. Chavi Mudgal, the CEO of IIMA Endowment Fund and PGP class of 2004. She is the founding CEO of IIMA Endowment Fund, where she has tripled IIMA's lifetime fundraising in just 4 years, raising over 615 crores for the institute. A dynamic leader with 20 plus years of experience across banking, asset management, and institutional fundraising. Thank you, ma'am. Finally, we have the awardees from the Arts, Entertainment, and Sports category. First, I would like to call upon Ms. Aditi Krishna Kumar, class of 2007 PGP. She's a writer, mathematician, and a private consultant. She has authorship of 7 books under her belt and has been nominated for the Singapore Book Award and won the Scholastic Asian Book Award. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to call upon Ms. Anupama Muthukrishnan, PGP class of 2006, a Carnatic musician and Bharatanatyam artist. She transitioned from an investment banker at Merrill Lynch to a career in Carnatic music and is an empaneled artist with All India Radio and Doordarshan and a recipient of top cultural awards, including the Padma Bharati. Finally, I would like to call upon Mr. Ankur Garg, 3TP program class of 2010. He's a partner and producer of Love Films LLP. The production house has produced hits like Sonu Ki Titu Ki Sweetie and Tu Jhooti Main Makar, and he has blended his creative acumen with his business skills. Thank you, sir. Now, we would like to call upon our awardees one by one to share a few words of wisdom and inspiration with all of us as we move forward with our journeys. Firstly, we would like to invite our awardees under the corporate leadership category. These alumni have reached great heights in the corporate and business world and continue to strive further. They are an inspiration of dedication and work ethic to all of us. First, I'd like to start off by calling Mr. Hemant Mundra. Please.
Thank you, Kashif. Thanks everyone for having me here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bhaskar sir. I think cannot be more indebted to the institute. I think this institute has given me so much and more. I think, and it feels great to be recognized by the institute as a Young Alumni Achievers Award. Again, I would say this is, like you mentioned, sir, it's a added responsibility to make sure that use this as an opportunity to contribute more, both to the institute, but more importantly to the broader society, so that can make the institute proud about having me as one of the alma mater of the institute in that sense. Addressing all of you, like sir mentioned, I think all of us were sitting here probably not too many years back. I remember at least personally mine journey where I was sitting here as one of you curious individual sitting 13 years back thinking, where should I go, what should I do, having a lot of questions in my mind. At least I would like to give you few things that probably in hindsight I think worked well for me, and I think probably folks can, again, everyone will have their own journey, but can leverage some of those insights basis what you think might be relevant. I'm a big sports fan, so probably I'll start with one of the sports anecdote. I think for you guys, clearing IIM Ahmedabad in my mind is equivalent to getting selected in India under-19 cricket team. While it's a great platform, do remember that this provides you great opportunity to be the next Kohli or a Gill or a Rohit Sharma. There will be the other Bumrahs and the other Hardik Pandyas who didn't make it to the institute, but are equally good in that sense. So remember that this is just the start of the journey. You leverage this platform and this will provide you a great opportunity in all spheres, I would say. But make sure you remember that this is just the start and keep showing up every single day to be able to keep moving forward. But this undoubtedly is one of the best platform for you to start your corporate journey in whichever sphere you want to start with. Second thing I would say, again, sir touched upon it briefly about collaboration in that sense. I would say all the attributes over next 2 years that IIM will teach you, I think 2-3 things will stand out, or at least stood out for me. One being, you will realize that you will form groups, and a lot of your assignment, a lot of your work will be groups. That is how corporate life is. Doesn't matter how good you are, how brilliant you are, you will realize that every member of the group will bring unique insight to any assignment. You might be good at accounting, someone might be exceptional in some other subject, let's say HR, something. So everyone will contribute, and you'll realize the overall success of yours will be as much yours, but more importantly of the entire group. So the collaboration that you guys will learn here, I think will hold you in great stead as you enter to the corporate world. You'll realize it's all about teamwork. It's all about making sure the team wins rather than you individually succeeding. And when the team wins, invariably you will succeed. Second thing, at least I learned a lot from IIM Ahmedabad, is consistency. As you will realize, most of you might be coming from undergrad, engineering colleges or CAs or different backgrounds. At least I didn't see the rigor any college had where it is all about showing up. So it's not only your mid-sem and end-sem, it's about surprise quizzes, assignments, and so on and so forth. Again, just by showing up and giving equal importance and showing the power of consistency, you'll realize that you'll have wonders that you'll be able to create here 2 years. And if you apply the same principles, you'll be able to achieve so much and more just by using the power of just showing up every day. And I think that power of compounding works beautifully, not only for money, but more importantly for individual growth. The third thing I would say, don't settle for anything less. Feel free to fail, try, explore as much as you can. I think again, you guys all of you have great safety net. So don't let anybody tell you that this has not happened before, or this cannot happen before, or this, you should not do this, or you should not try that. It's okay to reach out. It's okay to write to 100 of alumni or anyone who you want to, in whichever sphere you want to go to. But make sure you keep doing that. And it's okay even if 100, you'll realize that more people are willing to help than you otherwise thought. But even if they don't, and even if you don't succeed, it's okay to fail. You'll be still where you are. So again, my humble request is really try hard, and don't have fear of failure. Even if you don't succeed, I think it will not harm your chances. I'll end with one last, again, sports thing. I think make this journey of yours equivalent to what Federer, Djokovic and Nadal did. Just raise the overall bar. You'll all end up being better professionals once you are out of this university. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. The point about consistency does become very clear after the first year of IIM Ahmedabad. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Saurabh Chandra to say a few words.
Before I talk anything, what I would like to share is, since it's homecoming, देखो अच्छा तो लगता है, हाँ? Very good afternoon, Director sir, Dean sir, professors, alumni office, staff members, IIMA students, my fellow colleagues, award recipients, and nonetheless, everyone else, my parents, my wife, I have a 2-year kid, everyone who has been part of this journey. More than me, I think anyone who would have lived this would be somebody where I was not available and they have to deal with everything. So thank you so much. An adage comes to me at this juncture of time. And I'm sure that many of you would have read this. But to live this, it took me a journey from glossy hair to gray hair to today almost no hair. And that adage is, sometimes a whole lifetime is not enough, but a single moment is all it takes. That's the feeling I possess today while being with all of you together here. It's an utmost honor and privilege to receive this award, but most importantly, it's a responsibility. And I promise I'll try my best to live this throughout till whatever the journey that I'll be having across professional as well as personal throughout my tenure. In my journey of life, IIMA embodies like a fulcrum. Today I'm going to tell you a fulcrum story. See, we are very good in writing stories. This is one thing we have been taught very well. So I can't live this or leave this, until unless I talk about one fulcrum story. IIMA. All of you know fulcrum? Show of hands. IIMA, fulcrum, yeah. You know the center point. There is a before and after. in the fulcrum. So before, for me, I used to be a sports person, and I used to be a national sports person. Little did I know that where this will lead to. Sports taught me discipline. In nationals, you are actually with everyone around who is the best. So it taught me skills are not enough if they are not sustainable. And third, it also helped me bounce back when you lose your final match. With these three, I started my journey early, way back under 13, but it lived with me. The second very interesting part was that as how, if not all but few, wherein if you are a little bit of a notorious child, you are kept in hostel from childhood, and I was one of them. So I was into hostel from class 1. And again, little did I know that so much early in age, one very invaluable lesson that I was getting, which was you have to have friends to enjoy, survive, and thrive. So therefore, again, the journey started where in the fulcrum middle point, IIMA was a little bit far, but then there were few in the journey who actually were aspiring and clapping for me or supporting me, and hence the friends. The third, my alma mater, BIT Meshra Ranchi and IIT Kanpur, along with my parents and my school, DPS Matha Road, there was a balancing act they taught me. Several people say that we can't balance, but they taught me that you can be a scholar as well as a national sports person. So balance, friends, discipline. These were some early lessons, and these were one side of the fulcrum. When actually I envisioned IIMA, these helped me tremendously. And little did I know that when I'll come to IIMA and when the fulcrum started moving, and as how few of the days we feel lucky, I was lucky those days to make it through. When again a mail comes and we feel that there is a spam, we click 5 times to see that it's real, and hence we believe that now we are admitted. There's one very interesting thing that I lived in the campus. But before that, when I was coming, a very interesting aspect happened. There was this whole TV ad which many of us would have seen, Kutch ad. It said, it actually said that Kutch nahi dekha to kuch nahi dekha, which means kabhi aao hamare desh Gujarat. So it was that kind of a feeling with which I was coming to IIMA, wherein agar IIMA nahi dekha to kuch nahi dekha. And that was the feeling I was having in. But when I came in, it was a roller coaster. I think 3 very critical lessons that I picked from here. And interestingly, those were not the subjects. Actually, the lessons were, first, it's not about you always. Yeah? Live for community, for friends, for cause. And while doing so, live with authenticity. It has taken me multiple years to learn what is authenticity. And the base was rooted in out here. The second, there are relationships for life that can happen in college. It is a myth that relationships cannot be forged after a point. It can. With professors, students, staff, I still, when I come to Gujarat, I share some anecdotes, go to Riverside, have some happy laugh and tea, experience the canteen. So relationships can happen, build them. This is the only place wherein the magic unfolds. And it's not enough to deal with ambiguity, but it's important to thrive in ambiguity. Surprise quizzes, exams, GCC, elections, voting, campus, events, chaos, everything keeps going, and we have to thrive in ambiguity. You know what? I was told by one of my friends during my batch that we need to thrive in ambiguity because life is not fair and it's okay. Embrace it with smile. So hence, deal with ambiguity. To all my fellow friends, I see myself in you. Lots of aspirations in eyes, lots of passion, hunger. I would say IIMA, it's a place to feel it, live it, learn beyond the pages. It's not an institute, it's an experience. And therefore, I may not have lived it fully. Hope you will live it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful lesson on balance and how to really make the most of your time. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Rohan Suri to address the audience.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm truly honored to be here back on campus to receive this award. And first, I just want to thank the Institute, the director, the dean, the professors, and the entire IIMA community for this recognition. This award is deeply meaningful for me. It comes from an institute that I have a lot of respect for. In fact, my association with IIMA goes beyond my time here as a student. My father, who's in the audience here, was an IIMA alumnus himself from over 40 years ago. So it's very special for me to come back to campus and receive this recognition. It reminds me, and it tells me, this award reminds me how lucky I am to be a part of this community that values not just success, but like the dean mentioned, it values integrity, sincerity, ethical behavior. And I think the fact that the institute instills that learning in you while you're here as a student takes you forward in life. So I'm very fortunate to be a part of this community. It also reminds me where it all started for me as a professional. I hadn't worked before I joined the campus, and this brings me back memories to my time as a student here 2 years ago. Spending late nights doing group projects, getting cold called in class the next day. It brings back all of those memories. And also the friendships that I made here and the learnings that extended beyond what I just learned in the classroom. This award is also in some ways a responsibility to keep striving, to stay grounded and contribute meaningfully in the journey of others. If there's one thing that I've learned in life, it's, no journey is ever truly taken alone. You are supported by people around you who challenge you, who guide you. And I hope I can also be a part of others who are going through their journey and be supportive and helpful to them as they go through this. When I was coming here, I was told that this is the last day of orientation for PGP1s, and I should share some advice. To be quite honest, I don't think you all need any advice. You all are extremely smart and talented, and I'm sure you'll all find your way here. But if there are two thoughts that I can leave you with, those would be, first, be curious, really curious, and not just about, the subjects that you learned during your 2 years here, but, spend this time to learn from your peers. Reach out to them, get to know them better, learn about their life experiences. Through that, you will, I think, develop a richer understanding of life. I think you'll understand yourself better. And, when I look back at my time here, some of the best learnings I had was from the time that I spent with my friends and peers, beyond just what I learned in the classroom. So I would really encourage you all to do that. And the second thing I would say is, be humble. everyone here is incredibly smart, but no one knows everything in life. And, the true curiosity, which really reflects and results in deeper understanding of your meaning in life, comes from the humility, comes from the recognition and the humility to accept that you don't know everything. So it's okay if you don't know something. It's having the humility to ask questions, having the humility to say, I don't know something, and be willing to learn from people around you. I think that is, that'll carry you very far in life. The world needs self-confident people, absolutely, but the world also needs people who are humble enough to realize that you don't know everything and you need to be a lifelong learner. So I would encourage you all to be lifelong students, and this institute will, instill that discipline in you. So again, to all of you who are starting your 2 years at IIMA, best wishes for what I think will be a transformational period in your life. And again, to the institute and the director and everyone here, thank you for this recognition. I hold this in, I have a lot of gratitude towards the institute for this recognition. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for the words on humility and how to manage as you go about success. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Sudeep Pasanigrahi to address the audience.
Thank you, everyone. First of all, thank you, Director Sir, Dean Sir. Coming back to campus today to receive this award is without doubt one of the most meaningful milestones for me. It's an incredible honor and deeply humbling. I am from the PGP class of 2014-16, Dorm 18, which unfortunately at this point is not active, Section D, Group D6, hopefully there will be a bunch of students on Section D here today. Having worked as a product manager at a then early stage startup called Flipkart before I joined campus, I thought I understood the meaning of intensity. But by the end of my first week in campus, which is broadly probably where you guys are, I was thinking, where did I get myself into? Because it was complete, utter chaos that was going on in my life. Because nothing prepares you in life for the academic rigor of IIMA. Trust me, over the next 2 years, it will be overwhelming, disorienting, and at times exhausting. But in hindsight today, it wasn't what I wanted to learn from my B school experience or from my campus. It was what I needed to learn from these 2 years. The PGP, and I think a lot of us will say the broadly similar things, but the PGP program teaches us how to operate under pressure and still stay calm. It taught me the importance of showing up every single day, on time and prepared, because the doors shut at 8:45 a.m. and you will realize that there could be a quiz any day on any subject at any point in time. It taught me how to think from first principles and structure ambiguity, core to the case method and case pedagogy of IIMA, and essential to navigating the real world where information is imperfect and outcomes uncertain. Most importantly, campus taught me how to communicate. Life, in many ways, is the art of storytelling. You are telling your story in every meeting, every person that you are meeting. Even as a venture capitalist, we are telling our stories to LPs that we raise money from, to founders, and when we want to win deals. From WAC to class participation, IIMA forces you to speak up, speak clearly, and own your voice. And for that, I remain truly indebted. This place gave me the intellectual foundation and the confidence to stay the course in a high judgment, high uncertainty profession like VC. I joined Z47 from campus as an analyst, and I have been at the same fund for the last 9 years, so I'm indebted for campus to actually get me that job, but more importantly, giving me the skill sets to be there for 9 years and truly understand what's the meaning of compounding. That said, the values I took forward weren't shaped only in classrooms. They were shaped by the peers I learned with and the faculty who constantly pushed us to think deeply, question assumptions, and as you can see from today, lead responsibly and ethically. Speaking of peers, trust me, you will have some of your best and maybe some of your toughest moments in life on this campus. Just make sure you go through them with friends. And if there's one thing I urge you to do, please go on exchange in the second year with your closest group. It will truly be Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. You will travel to Europe many times in life, but it will never be the same again. On faculty, much has been said about how incredible they are. Cherish every single class and opportunity you get to learn from them for the next 2 years. Hopefully, we'll take away lessons for life and also try to get some grades alongside. The campus has given us all so much, and as alumni, we owe a lot back. In that spirit, I also now teach a course at IIMA called Technology Investing Seminar for PGP2 and PGPX students, alongside a few other alumni. It's our way of helping you explore venture capital and growth equity through real-world investing experiences. So I look forward to seeing some of you in class next year as well. With this, thank you once again. I wish each one of you the very best for your time on campus and for the life and career ahead. I thank the Institute for this recognition, and I thank my parents and wife for joining me today. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir, for painting such a beautiful image of the IIMA life and IIMA campus. So next, I would like to call upon Mr. Ashish Lakhotia to address the audience. Please, sir.
Good afternoon. As usual, like all my friends, I think this was not part of my script, but I want to thank the dean, the professors, everybody else, a part of IIMA, my family, beautiful wife, and my kid, and my parents who have actually shaped my life. All my leaders who have influenced so far in my life, especially coming from the background where academically I was not that good, and dreaming about IIMA and coming into IIMA and then receiving an award really means a lot. For all the kids out there, I know it's too much gyan today for you. Try and digest. I think this is how IIMA tries and makes your future. I've been asked to also give you some anecdotes of the life, the lessons that resembles to us, and how some of the learnings that we have taken over a period of time actually can help you. Firstly, I think the Indian ethos of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, this is something that really comes to my mind. We do celebrate, but I think we can really link it to the corporate philosophy. And the way we lead in our organization is truly believing that the entire world is our family, and therefore a lot of leadership style comes from that background, that one day you are really a boss, one day you are a leader, one day you are like a father figure, one day you are a friend. Ultimately, the interest of the family matters most, and therefore I do believe that leaders who emulate that strong Indian value of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam are the leaders who would really thrive, especially in today's uncertain environment. A lot of time in our lives, we will be forced to lead, and a lot of times in our life, we lead without being asked. I am fortunate to be the part of the second cohort where you lead without the title, and once you start leading, you automatically become authority for that subject. It's no wonder that I've been in this organization for the last 19 years, and continuing to grow from one to another, just because you take the opportunity and be on top of it, and then you're officially given that title. So leading without the title is one aspect of leadership that I would really like to suggest. Leading without any boundaries, that's another aspect, again, for all the young, bright students. There is no boundary. Even if there are roles and responsibilities that are listed in the corporate world, really, I think the top management, the shareholders, they want leaders to lead without any boundaries. Whether it's weekend, weekdays, just solve the problem, be there when you are really required, and create opportunities for everybody around. There is one aspect of leadership that also becomes critical and crucial, is to influence and get things done, especially in an era where we are although we are seeing single window clearance, ease of doing business, but at the same time, doing business is getting extremely difficult. And I do believe that leaders who get more respect are the leaders who have the ability and who can generate revenues and profits amongst tough time and get things done. Leaders continue to sharpen the saw, and here the IIMA experience came very handy. I'm not part of PGB program, I'm part of EP program, and I really think that that was one of the great decisions that I took, because after that we had COVID-19, we had Ukraine-Russia war situation, and even now recent tensions in the Middle East, and doing business in multiple countries, you really feel that some of the strategies and some of the models and framework that you learn in the organization actually help you to navigate through the business. So continuing to sharpen the saw is something that is really, really important. Great leaders, and I think this is where it's the ask from the Institute to all of us, that you have already achieved something, what do you do next? And one thing is to create legacy. You build more leaders, you think of a larger good, you think of giving back to the society. There is no one size fit for all. There is, apart from IQ and EQ these days, AQ, which is what we call as adaptability quotient, is also getting extremely important. I see a lot of us are on the cell phones and talking to each other. We will do a quick 30 seconds activity. Just raise your right hand. Move it in the front. Move it on the right. Touch your nose. Yeah, I think you got the message. Leadership is all about doing and influencing by what you do. Irrespective of what I speak, what I'm going to be finally doing is what you're going to emulate. With those few words, thank you so much once again.
Thank you, sir, for the exercise. And next, we would like to call upon our awardees under the social sector and public service category. These alumni have devoted their time to careers centered around the service of people and the country and the educational institutions. And they are managing these paths. They are an inspiration of compassion and perseverance to all of us. So first, I would like to call upon Mr. Ramakumar Bhatt. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Honorable Director, sir, Honorable Dean, sir, young alumni achievers, and the students and all the parents. It is wonderful to be here. There is a famous quote by Sri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in Gujarati. It is written also under his statue in our office. It says, "લોકો કદર કરે કે ના કરે એના વિશે બહુ લાંબો વિચાર ના કરતા આપણે યથાશક્તિ જાહેર કામ કરવું જોઈએ." It translates to, without thinking too much about whether people will appreciate it or not, one should keep doing public service. So when I got the email about the award from the institute, I was genuinely speechless. To be recognized by IIM Ahmedabad, a place which means so much to me, and for the work in public service, it is deeply humbling. I accept this with immense gratitude and greater responsibility. I was thinking on the way here about my time on campus. Honestly, a lot of it was a blur of case studies, deadline, and trying to figure out what WIMBY really meant for me. But what I remember most is clearly the days I spent on the campus with cohorts. This place doesn't just teach you business, it teaches you how to think, how to pull a problem apart and put it back together in a way that makes sense. I didn't definitely get here on my own. This award also belongs to a whole group of people. First of all, to my family, who have been my rocks throughout the ups and downs and sacrificed as much as I did to meet the unsatiated demands of my job as well as the IIM coursework. And to my incredible bosses who allowed me to pursue my dreams along with the job. This is all for everyone. Thank you again to the jury members who have selected me, Institute for recognizing me. This is such a meaningful encouragement to keep going, and it is a powerful reminder that work which we do really matters. I promise to do my best and live up to the faith that you have shown in me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your service and work, sir. Next, I would like to call upon Ms. Chavi Mudgal to address the audience.
So good evening, everyone. To all the incoming students, I think just a couple of days ago, we had a very good interaction. I can see lots of familiar faces, and we spoke about IIMA's transformative journey. We spoke about Ikigai. We spoke about the endowment. So today is a little more personal from my side. Professor Bhaskar, Professor Maheshwari, you know how much gratitude I have to the alma mater. And today is such a special day for this recognition, and there are three big reasons for that. So firstly, I grew up in a family of teachers who had the utmost integrity and respect for the teaching profession. Unfortunately, I lost my father who was in JNU, and that was well before I even took this role in 2021. But one of the last things he told me when we spoke was, "Beta, anyway you can do anything, but try to do something which is good for society and good for the nation." In many ways, my role at this endowment has been a much greater calling, and hence it's been incredibly fulfilling. It's also brought me back to my roots and generations of academics in our family. Secondly, when I started on this journey, I took on this role. I was a hard-nosed finance professional. I was in investment banking. And when I took this on, many peers called me and said, "Why are you taking this high-risk, offbeat role?" People even told me my lucrative career in finance is coming to an end. And then when I shifted to Ahmedabad, I started this journey of being the founding CEO. I was told many times by very well-intentioned people that, "Ye nahi chalega, aise hi hota hai, this is not going to work." And to all these people, I said, "Thank you, but I am naive and optimistic, and I believe in collaboration. And I believe in creating win-win situations, and I have the faith that people are going to respond to this, and we are going to end up creating something monumental." So to all the students, sometimes it takes a dreamer to make things happen, and hope is just a very, very powerful thing when it comes to resilience. And what IIMA and this wonderful faculty and this experience of 2 years teaches you is a never say die attitude, and the confidence that you can deal with anything and everything in your life. So all of this genuinely contributed to shaping my journey in the endowment, for which I'm being recognized today. Thirdly, when the endowment started, the chairman of the board of the endowment was Sandeep Singhal. And he's PGP 1999, and he runs a fund called Westbridge, very successful. But he told me, "Chavi, there are very few roles in life where your work could outlast you." We spoke about this the other day, that corporate lives are actually getting shortened. And it's actually academic institutes and endowments which can last over centuries and generations. And so to be a part of scripting that history, to be part of a legacy, to have played a small part in starting it, I think that's an incredible feeling. And it's genuinely changed how I thought about leadership and institution building. And so for all of these three reasons, I'm really, really grateful to receive the Young Alumni Achiever Award today. And for me, it's like life coming in full circle. 20 years ago when I was a student here, 2021 when we started working on this endowment, and now today to receive this award. An endowment is a collaborative ecosystem. It cannot thrive without its stakeholders. So my very sincere thanks to our director, Professor Bharat Bhaskar, our Dean of Alumni and External Relations, Professor Maheshwari, the Board of Governors of IIM Ahmedabad, chaired by Mr. Pankaj Patel, the Board of IIMA Endowment Fund, which is incredibly generous with its time, chaired by Mr. Deep Kalra, all our amazing founders, co-founders, donors, alums, members of the alumni associations, I'm looking at you, and the amazing IIMA faculty, the staff for their consistent support. Many thanks to the Alumni Office for all your efforts. And I would also like to recognize all the endowment employees, past and present, who've been part of this journey. So altogether, may this ecosystem continue to support our alma mater for decades to come. We are the first management school to set up an endowment. They are now being recognized in India. I'm very pleased to share that Niti Aayog is now publishing a report on financing of higher education, where we are also playing a small part in helping them on understanding endowments better. I'm advisor to IIM Calcutta, so hopefully all of these efforts actually shape the endowments as an industry, which can benefit other institutes and the nation. I dedicate this award to my parents, Mohan and Richa Mudkal, my uncle Sushil, my bua Sunita, and my grandmother Krishna. They've made me the person I am today. Also a big cheers to Swapnil Pawar, who's working hard, my batchmate, my best friend, my sounding board, my husband. He's the one who pushed me to take this role. He's also the one who shifted to Ahmedabad despite having a thriving business elsewhere. And this is all what contributed to the endowment dream becoming a reality. I'm feeling very blessed and full of gratitude today. I hope each of you finds your own ikigai. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for spurring on the historical change that you have at IIMA and Education Beyond. Next, I would like to be moving on to our awardees under the Arts, Entertainment and Sports category. These alumni have strayed away and ventured into artistic fields and sports fields away from the traditional MBA careers and made their name in there. They are an inspiration of passion and following your life and your calling to the fullest. First, I would like to call upon Ms. Aditi Krishna Kumar.
Hello, everyone. I think, like everyone, I have to say I owe a huge debt of gratitude to the IIM Ahmedabad community, the students, the professors, the dean, the director, the alumni office. Thank you for this award. It is an incredible honor. I mean, there are no words to say how much it means. And of course, it doesn't belong to me alone. I've had so much support from different people over the years. The alumni network, especially my classmates, always come through when I send out requests saying, please support a struggling writer. I owe them a lot. Over 15 years of working in finance, in hedge funds, in asset managements, I've had colleagues and seniors who didn't necessarily understand why I wanted to do crazy things like write books and study more maths, but they were often indulgent, often supportive, and I'm grateful to them. My two wonderful editors, Shaini Basu and Daphne Lee, who shepherded my books into the world and without whom I probably wouldn't be standing here today. And of course, my friends and my family, my parents-in-law, my grandparents, Appa and Amma, my husband Jagdish, and my daughter Divya. Thank you for all your support over the years. So really, I'm far from the only writer IIM Ahmedabad has produced. IIMA has a history of producing writers, and many of them are writers of bestsellers. So I'm honored, I'm awed, and honestly, I'm in a little bit of disbelief to find myself in their august company. And I think there's one thing that all the writers from IIMA have shared, and that is that while on campus, they were all very into LSD. And for family members, please don't worry. LSD is the Literary Symposium desk. It's where all the book lovers congregate. We're all very law-abiding. There are other ways in which IIMA prepares you to be a writer. You have classes and a lot of work at odd hours. You're often up at 4 a.m. in the morning, madly typing. You barely make your deadlines. And I say this with a lot of respect and affection for the professors and TAs who took written analysis and communication, the first-year course WAC. Very often, your best efforts at writing are met with complete and utter indifference. So that prepares you for what's going to happen in the real world. My formal journey as a writer began in 2012. I released my first book, A Whole Summer Long. It was received with a lot of excitement and positive reviews. All of those came from my friends. The general public didn't really care. I'm hoping someday that situation reverses, but let's see. P.G. Wodehouse once said that when somebody asked him what motivates him to write, he said he kind of sits down at a typewriter and curses a bit. I always love that because, I think it brings out one of the things about not just being a writer, but being in any creative field. And that is that your motivation has to come from within, and it could come from anywhere. Especially now, I'm sure everybody has experienced this. You can barely sit down and type or work for 5 minutes before your phone is pinging with notifications. And then you have the mad urge to see what's going on Instagram. But this is something we all learn to resist. And for me particularly, one of the hardest things, despite my time here as a writer, has been learning marketing. I have classmates, some of my best friends whom I made on campus, and they will tell you that I am grossly overestimating my own abilities when I say that I am not good at marketing. I've tried to get better over the years. It's not a thing that comes naturally, But I do hope it comes naturally to some of you, and that those of you to whom it doesn't will learn how to do it. One of the greatest rewards of being in any creative field, of being a writer for me, is that you often meet people who say that your work has moved them. This happens even if you're doing a corporate job, but perhaps you don't directly get that feedback. As a writer, you do have people who come to you and say, I read the book and I loved it and it helped me get through this hard time in my life, or it reminded me of my childhood, which is always a lovely thing to hear. And it's great that you get that because, as is very commonly said, unless you're very lucky, very successful, or have a bunch of movie deals, writing books is not going to pay the rent. So over several years, 7 books, I think the thing that I've learned is something that most of you probably already know, which is that your greatest satisfaction in life and your greatest successes will come when you are finding joy in what you do. When you do what you do because you love it, because you have to do it, because you need to do it like you need to breathe. And there will be times when that isn't possible. It's happened to me. There are times when you're stuck in unrewarding jobs, when life circumstances force you into something you don't want to do. And the other thing I've learned is when that happens, never give up hope. Keep trying, keep working, keep trying to get where you want to be, because you never know what opportunities tomorrow is going to bring. And I hope it brings wonderful opportunities to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words, and inspiring, I'm sure, where there might be some budding writers already. Next, I will call upon Ms. Anupama Muthukrishnan. Please, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone, the director, dean, fellow awardees, and my dear students. I'm truly grateful to IIMA for having selected me for this award, and it is extra special to me personally because I have been given this award in the arts category, and it just validates my trajectory, my unique path, and it's a recognition of my contribution to the performing arts space. I owe this award to every single person who's been with me in my journey, my parents, my grandmom, my aunt, who have pushed me and supported me from day one, my gurus in the fields of music and dance, my teachers, professors, who have nurtured and encouraged me every step of the way. My husband, his family, my daughter, they've all been rock-solid pillars of support without whom I wouldn't be here today. I was asked to address the PGP once, and I was wondering what I would say to all of you. First of all, heartiest congratulations on arriving here. I think walking through these hallowed portals and walking up the Harvard steps itself is a very special feeling. And the feeling of belonging to such a great institute, this long legacy, is something that is truly special and binds all of us together. It brands us for life, and it builds long-lasting relationships. And of course, it also gives us a wonderful network of alumni whom we can bank upon. My 2 years on campus was truly a life-changing experience. I learned so much, not just from the classrooms, but every single moment spent with the professors, with my peers, with my seniors, taught me something new. I think meeting people from diverse cultures, different backgrounds, with different perspectives and thought processes really refined my way of thinking and broadened my horizons. From all the late-night study sessions to cultural committee meetings to music club jam sessions, educational trips with professors, even tea night preparation and late-night walks to Rambai for chai, I think every single experience really enriched me. Of course, I also found my life partner here on campus, but that's a different story for another speech. But truly, IIMA has taught me resilience, adaptability, and it has given me the confidence to carve my own career path. And my career path has definitely been a unique one, from computer engineering to finance to investment banking to consulting to finally becoming a full-time musician, and a Bharatanatyam artist. So, but there is one thing that is a common thread throughout, which is continuous learning and growing oneself. I think Rohan before me kind of stole my lines, but I think it is really important that one continuously learns from everything around us. And that brings a sense of humility and knowing that we are all a small part of something that is much larger than us. I'm not so senior to impart real wisdom, but I would like to leave you with these words. Keep learning from everything around you and keep growing as a person. And IIMA will definitely give you wings, and I hope all of you will use them to soar high in the sky. Congratulations to all my fellow awardees, and thank you all once again. And special thanks to the Alumni Cell for having made this whole experience so memorable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the words on continuous learning and how that transforms through your life. Next, and finally, I would like to call upon Mr. Ankur Garg to address the audience.
I don't know about these guys, but to me at least it feels good to be still called young, because that's not what I expect at this age. And since I'm coming to campus back after 15 years, so I definitely like being called young. I'm guessing you guys share the same feeling as me. Being the last speaker here, for me is like the end rolling credits of the films that we make, where audience is thinking, can they now start walking out? Or could there be an interesting post-credit scene which could make it all worth it? I'll try to be that post-credit scene. I don't have a lot of wisdom to share, but I'll try and share some snippets from my own career, which has seen quite a lot of ups and downs. Could feel like an Instagram reel of mishmash. I will let you guys pick what is it that is relevant for you, what is it that you want to learn out of it. I probably might not be able to, give you a lot of wisdom in my words. My wife Priyambada so far has refused to accept that I am a legitimate IIM Ahmedabad LM. Why? Because I was not as fortunate to be an LM, a PGP LM, which all of these guys are, and a lot of the legit PGP matrimonial matches from IIM Ahmedabad that you used to get. However, I am the one who got to marry her, so I think I might have done something right to be able to charm. On a lighter note, thank you to the Institute to finally letting me able to tell her, yes, I did get it right. I'm being officially recognized by the Institute. So, she can now consider me to be a legitimate IIM Ahmedabad LM. On a serious note, I'm really honored and I'm really overwhelmed to be awarded and acknowledged by an institution who did have a very significant contribution in helping shape my journey. I was just a nerdy tech working at Microsoft. Started my career as an intern at Microsoft, spent like 5 years. Realized early on that there's only so much as an impact that I'll be able to create being on the technology side, and realized that I would soon want to be on the business side. That's where one of my friend, a recruiter friend, Venkatram, who also happened to be part of this program, having seen my struggle, wanting to move to the business side, but nobody really wanting to take a bet on a tech guy to really drive business in Microsoft, suggested this program, and I decided to listen to him in 2010. Landed up doing this program for 4 weeks in campus, 3TP. It was called 3TP Middle Management at that point of time. I believe it's Emerging Leaders Program now, which ended up being an sort of an espresso MBA for me. Rather than having to go through the rigor of spending 2 years on campus, lot of the case studies, the same faculty, same subjects were really packed in this 4-week program. But the best learning really came from the batch that I was a part of. I was the youngest, or probably the least experienced at like 28, 29. While most of the people in the batch were all 55, 60 plus. So it was a great learning from them. That's where I could realize, I could really learn a lot about the business, a lot about the overall industry and functions. Cut to, I could post the program, I could actually transition towards the business side of Microsoft. 2 years into it, my childhood friend and my now business partner could brainwash me into leaving it all. My entrepreneurship bug was anyways biting me strong, but my friend Love convinced me to leave everything and set up this film production house, which we have been fortunate to produce a lot of successful feature films. But it didn't really start as a success. The first project that I got associated with was a big disaster. And I thought, all that we had planned, what did I do to my career? Why did I do all of this? But I was also talking in the interview yesterday that this is an industry which is not about one project. It's not about a success and failure in one project that will decide how you will eventually do. You will have to be persistent. You will have to be constantly at it, and it was over a period of time, multiple projects that you worked on, and eventually things did start working in our favors. Some of my successful films that you have probably watched, Sonu Ki Titu Ki Sweetie, Tu Jhooti Main Makar, Malang, did eventually happen. The first breakthrough that our production house had was actually a TV commercial that we produced. That was like our first production, which also we were fortunate to have happened because of IIMA Ahmedabad Alumni Connect. I clearly remember Abhishek Viswas, he was part of the Policy Bazaar team. So because I was connected with some of the alumni, he once reached out. Policy Bazaar was just starting. They had just started, they were growing, wanted to make a TV commercial, didn't know how to go about it. And that was really the first production that as a company we did. So, my journey has been moving from tech to business of tech, business of films, and eventually, transitioning from being a pure business guy in films to be able to play a lot more creative role in films as well. While I personally feel that this is a journey which is still not complete, I'm working on stuff which is probably going to take this journey a lot ahead to be able to enable a lot of filmmakers in the industry to be able to realize their dream. But I definitely do want to speak about one thing, give you probably a comparison of the feature films that you see. While everyone sees a feature film, and they talk about the actors that they see on the screen. They feel these are the actors, you recognize the actors publicly, but you will never realize there are some 500 people, 500 cast and crew behind the scenes who are all making it happen. Today you might see we are the ones who are being recognized as achievers here, but it's never an individual achievement or milestone. It is basically a team of, if not 500, but definitely at least people, at least like 20, 25, 50 people in your life who would have helped you shape your journey, take right decisions, and eventually make it happen. So the only thing that I would probably, the only point of wisdom that I would leave you with, while you could be as successful in your journey, one thing that you really have to be mindful of is your real success will come only when you could take a lot of these people who have been instrumental in your journey along with you and not leave them behind. Uh, I would like to thank my family here who have actually taken great pains to be here, and they continue to support me. It's not very easy to be part of a to be supporting, to be supporting a person who is traveling most of the time or on the phone. It's a difficult industry, is what I would say. So it does. So I would definitely like to thank my family, my business partner Love, and also my amazing colleague Rohini, who always has my back and make things happen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful analogy about taking the people around you with you. And now, as we end with all our awardees, we would like to invite all our awardees to the front of the stage to take a group photo, please. And now to address the audience, we have Swagata ma'am from the Alumni Relations team.
Hello. I'm here to announce the concept for Prestige Inter-Chapter competition, which was organized by the Alumni and External Relations team. It is an effort to incentivize IIMA Alumni Association chapters to engage more deeply with the alumni in their cities and regions. The chapters were judged on parameters like engagement, attendance during events, governance for a period of October 2023 to November 24. This was the first effort of this kind, and we are happy to say that 8 chapters participated in the competition, and we received feedback from more than 240 alumni members. I'll request Director Bharat Bhaskar and Dean AER Sunil Maheshwari, sir, to hand over the trophies to the winners. The winner of Inter-Chapter Prestige Inter-Chapter 2024 in the large category of 500 to 3,000 members is the IIMA Alumni Association Mumbai chapter. Yeah. We request the Mumbai chapter representatives to come on the stage. The Mumbai chapter was judged as a winner in this category because the chapter hosted many interesting events which had high attendance of members. The overall feedback by the members was positive, and the chapter consistently conducted elections, maintained member database, audited its financial accounts, and shared their activity reports with the alumni office. Congratulations, Mumbai team. I'd request some members of the team to share a few words with us.
So this time there was a lot of enthusiasm. I must add to what she was just saying. The competition was quite tough in the sense that a lot of chapters had done a lot of work. But Mumbai chapter was just amazing. Just, they were too good. And hearty congratulations to you. And keep it up. I look forward to many more activities, many more engagements. Keep it doing. We are really proud of you. Thank you so much. And congratulations for winning this trophy. Keep winning it. It's going to be a regular affair, right? Yeah, please.
As the Dawn loyalty goes, go Mumbai, go.
Okay.
I'm not going to bore you much here, but just a few mention of thank you notes as such. Yes, first of all, it's an honor to receive this award. It's an honor to represent Mumbai chapter here. It's the largest chapter. I think we should be crossing 5,000 alums over here. But before I actually talk about some of these things, I just want to understand who all attended Mumbai Synchrony here. Show of hands, please. That's all? How did you guys like it? Good. Okay. Got it. Okay. Yes. So many thanks the dean's office, the alumni office to first of all institutionalize this kind of an award. It's certainly a very good incentive for the different chapters to like sort of compete in a very healthy way and try to organize more events, more networking events in the chapter as such. Mumbai, actually, so in the dais also you will find a majority of the alums coming from Mumbai as such. So that actually goes to speak the vibrancy of the Mumbai chapter. Once some of you guys actually, pass out, okay, I think majority of you guys will actually land in Mumbai, and I promise you that we'll be there in Mumbai to actually welcome you, all of you. Just want to, just want to thank some of the people behind this Mumbai chapter here. So I just want to quickly introduce the Mumbai chapter people who've just come, who've flown all the way from Mumbai to be part of this. There is Navdeep there. He's Vice President. He's he's played a very integral role in integrating various factions of the alum into the Mumbai chapter as such. There is Prasad Patil. He's the Joint Secretary. He's got a lot of sponsorships for us. There's Kalpen, whom most of you know. He's like the President Emeritus for us. He's been at the helm for maybe 4 or 5 years or so. There's Pratik, who's the treasurer. And these gentlemen are very famous in Mumbai circles as such. Pratik has been instrumental in getting our chapter to be a GST registered chapter. And he does a lot of work in the organizing side. Last but not least, there's Jandila Prasad, who gets his daughters also to volunteer for many of the events that we organize. So some of us, about 10-15 years back thought that, Mumbai as a city, and Mumbai as a chapter is a fantastic chapter. It houses 5,000 alums. Some of the corporates who reside in Mumbai. And we just thought that as a chapter, we're not doing much. So, some of us, maybe half a dozen of us actually thought that, let's try to organize maybe some get-togethers and some fun events, maybe some knowledge sessions and things like that. So this award is actually a culmination of maybe like last 12, 15 years of like efforts that happen maybe on a month-on-month basis and quarter-on-quarter basis as such. Today, as things stand now, Mumbai chapter organizes a lot of events, maybe 12 to 15 such knowledge sessions and maybe 4 to 5 such gala events, family get-togethers and dinner events as such, including a CXO club event that we organize almost every year as such. So much of the credit should goes to some of the members over here. We also have a lot of Enthu cutlets in Mumbai who come up with a lot of ideas and help us execute some of the events. So the credit and this recognition should also partly go to some of the members back in Mumbai who really spend that much effort and time in organizing some of the events. Last but not least, the alumni office over here is really, really helpful. They have been with us. They actually they're equally responsible for all the awards, accolades that we receive. So many thanks to people over here. Dhyanesh Bhai is here, Pradosh, Hemant is here, Swagata, many thanks. So all in all, it's been, many thanks. This is the first time this award is conceptualized. It's certainly a very great incentive. And yes, sir, we plan to win it every time, every year as such. Thanks.
Thank you, Omkar, for sharing your words. Next, the winner for the inter-chapter competition prestige in the medium category, that is from 51 to 500 members, is the Ahmedabad chapter. I'd request the Ahmedabad chapter representatives to come on the screen. I'd again request Director Sir and Dean Sir to hand over the trophy. The Ahmedabad chapter was judged as the winner in this category because the chapter had been conducting events almost every month and has received positive feedback from its member. The Ahmedabad chapter has also been regularly conducting elections, maintaining member databases, auditing its accounts, and sharing activity reports with the alumni office. Congratulations to the Ahmedabad chapter. I'd request some of the members to come and share.
Again, I must say that Ahmedabad chapter is like our own chapter. Anything, everything, Ahmedabad is every event, and I'm Ahmedabad chapter is always there. Phenomenal work, phenomenal work. They are, I think, setting the benchmark for alumni activities. Keep it up. We are really proud and very nice.
Good evening, everyone. So I guess the crowd has thinned out a little bit, but I would like to start with the same question, that how many of you attended the Synchrony event that was organized at Ahmedabad? See the numbers. Okay. Professor Bhaskar, Professor Maheshwari, fellow alums and other dignitaries, on behalf of IIMA Ahmedabad Alumni Association, Ahmedabad chapter, we are deeply honored to accept this inter-chapter prestige award. I also want to take this opportunity to share a little bit about our chapter. So you can call us, compared to Mumbai, you can call us a mid-sized chapter. We have close to about 200 members, but all of them are paid members. And in fact, all of them are contributing in a way that either they contribute money or they volunteer. And it is basically run by executive committee. Some of the executive committee members came up to receive the award. What we do is that we work, so one thing that is very unique in our case is that we are the home chapter, as Professor Maheshwari said. And we work very closely with IIMA community. But of course, the focus remains on the alumni activities. We conduct various programs for chapter members. Basically, let's say, for example, a program for students. Synchrony was one such program that I talked about. We regularly do study circle event wherein we invite esteemed people to deliver a talk to our chapter members. We also do a lot of social events. There is an executive committee, as I talked about, basically which is elected and which runs the affairs of the chapter. And the election happens every 2 years. We have our own constitution. And there are a lot of other unique things that the chapter has, but I'll leave it here only. I think I want to compliment Professor Maheshwari and the Institute for instituting this award. I think this inter-chapter prestige award is a wonderful initiative. And we as a chapter are really glad that we made the cut and we are a winner in the first edition. As I talked about being local chapter, we collaborate very closely with IIMA community and also alumni office. And I want to thank them, take this opportunity to thank them for all their support for all our activities, which is really great. I also want to, share that we are grateful to Awards Committee for this encouragement. I think it will motivate us to keep pushing boundaries and raising the bar for the number of activities and the kind of activities we do. On an average, I think we are doing at least 2 activities a month, and constantly we strive to raise the standard of those activities, call, people, professionals who are really have done some unique work, and will continue to push the boundaries. More importantly, we share this recognition with all the chapters across the country and beyond. I think somebody mentioned this, but we believe that we are part of a greater whole, the whole alumni community, and our win and our whatever we are trying to do, it will make IIMA community more richer and stronger. I want to thank Professor Maheshwari, Professor Bhaskar, Alumni Office once again. And we look forward to win it again. Thank you.
Now for the very last award, we have a special recognition award which is given to the Singapore chapter. I would request Professor Maheshwari and Director Bhaskar to please come on the stage and hand the trophy to Chavi, who is receiving the award on their behalf. The Singapore chapter was given a special recognition award because the chapter hosted many engaging events, has been consistently conducting elections, maintaining its database, auditing its financials, and sharing their activity reports with the Alumni Office. Due to their overall performance, the judging panel felt that they deserved special recognition. Congratulations to Singapore chapter. Requesting Chavi to share a few words.
So this is on behalf of the Singapore chapter. They've been wonderful, and last year they celebrated their 25th anniversary, where they had invited Professor Bhaskar, Professor Maheshwari, and I. We signed an MOU with Singapore Management University also. And in terms of their contribution to the endowment also, they have done $1 million fundraiser in 2019. So kudos to them, and congratulations to the other winners, Mumbai chapter, Ahmedabad chapter. Thank you for your support.
Thank you so much, everyone, and congratulations to all the winners. We are in awe of the tenacity, tenure, and caliber of our awardees, both across IIIA and the alumni chapters. There's much to learn, of course, for all the students present here, and to take away for all of us as some of you start off your journeys at IIMA. I just want to echo back to something that I found very meaningful, that reflected in many of the speeches, is the theme of consistency, whether it be as part of a career, whether it be as part of your academics at IIMA, just getting to class every day, making sure that you get attendance, or in your careers in any industry. It's something that I think a lot of folks have echoed here today, and that's a very valuable thing. And I hope that all of us can take that forward. I would like to thank the director, sir, the dean, alumni and external relations, sir, and the entire alumni and external relations team, starting off with Professor Suhin Maheshwari, of course, and then Sujata Jayaprakash, assistant manager at the dean office, Mr. Hemant Sharma, Assistant Vice President, Mr. Pradosh Thia, Assistant General Manager, Mr. Dhyanesh Vyas, the Web Administrator, Ms. Rini Vinod, Assistant Manager, Ms. Ashmita Akhil, an Executive, Ms. Krisha Makwana, Research Assistant, Ms. Swagata Yadavar, Senior Research Associate, and Mr. Bharat Solanki. And I would like to also extend my heartiest thanks to everyone in attendance today, the students, staff, faculty, and all of the awardees and their families. And final thanks to the Students Alumni Relations Committee for helping us put together this event. And I hereby declare the ceremony closed. There's provision for tea and snacks outside if you would like to help yourself to them. And there's also a play by IIMA Acts if you wish to attend. Thank you so much, everyone.